Did overtime feel like a brand new game for you guys? Was that the mindset as you start that extra 5?
Yeah, considering we were down 10 with less than 4, I think, left, and we fought back and gave ourselves a chance to win. Overtime, we played pretty well. A couple shots didn't go down, but we had the game, up to it. Whatever, 10, 12 seconds left. We obviously want that pass back. Trap comes, you got to just be patient. We had timeouts, I think, so got the best of me on that one, but the way we fought in the second half to get back in the game was, a sign of who we are. You just got to put together, obviously, the 48-minute game, and I know it doesn't come down to one possession, but I want that one back.
How much are you guys still kind of adjusting to the way defenses are now playing you? They're kind of ignoring Draymond, and you mentioned the trap, stuff like that.
Tonight was better. Second half especially, just being aggressive, being decisive. Everybody on the floor really. Still not really coming off of Clay, but we can, set good screens, get guys in open spaces, and again, just be aggressive and decisive and live with the results. That's the kind of mentality we have to have across the board, no matter who's out there on the floor. So step in the right direction on that front in the second half once we got out of our first half funk.
You mentioned earlier you guys were down, I think you got down 10 with about 3 minutes to go, and you got back into it, but you tied it up. Over that 3-minute period, in your mind, what took place? Was it just making shots? Was it defending? Was it a different energy, spirit? I mean, what did you see over those 3 minutes that got you back into the game?
I think it was a little bit of everything. Hit some big shots. We were decisive with our passes and obviously made some threes. Andre was using the offensive rebound to get K that last shot. And Clay with a great defensive stop, on the last possession of regulation. But we got stops and got in transition a little bit. The crowd got into it. It was a good vibe. And gave ourselves a chance to win in overtime. We just kind of threw it away. No pun intended.
Steph, you mentioned playing a 48-minute game. Steve's mentioned the same thing the last couple days. Why do you think since the beginning of the season that's been such a struggle for the group?
A lot of different reasons. Injuries and mixed lineups, and now we got close to full squad and just trying to get our momentum back. But I guess if it's not one thing, it's another from night to night. Tonight was kind of offensive. I don't even know what the word. It was just kind of stagnant in the first half. Not a lot of thrust and energy and aggressiveness. Defensively, we were okay after the first 3 or 4 minutes. Other games, it's been just indecisiveness in certain stretches of the game. And again, we're getting team's best shots, so we got to fight our way through it and just claw and scratch and figure out a way to get to that 48-minute level that we dominate teams, and we can get there.
As well as you guys played, you guys only shot 40% from the line, 6 of 15, and the Blazers made 15 more free throws. How can you guys change a disparity like that?
There's some tough calls down the stretch. And they were already in the bonus. I think they had like 3 or 4 possessions where that's how they got their points. Obviously, we're not going to shoot 40% from the line prior the rest of the year. Pretty safe bet on that. But in terms of just continue to be aggressive, I think tonight we got a lot of open shots that's just the way the game flowed, so it wasn't necessarily getting to the free throw line that much. But when we did, we obviously didn't convert. It was a weird energy, a weird vibe, seeing myself and other guys miss free throws, but it happens. Just got to not let that take the juice away from what we're doing out there.
Hey, Steph, you're obviously productive and made some key shots later on, but when you have a game like this where things aren't necessarily clicking consistently, how much do you weigh, like, hey, now's just on me to take over?
Every shot I took, I felt like it was the right one. Maybe I went that last one back in overtime when I was doing a little pirouette, but other than that, you just be aggressive, and that's all the shots I think we took were pretty good ones for the most part. So just it's what we do. We know how to make shots. We know how to score. You want to get the ball moving, obviously. Get the defense having to make decisions, but when you're coming off screens, you got open looks, and you got to shoot those, and again live with the results, knowing the skill set we have on this team.
What's it like for you when your brother's having a big run like that? I know it's a guy you definitely root for, but when he's doing it against you guys,
it's a weird feeling for sure. He got hot in the fourth quarter. I think he scored all his points in that little 6-minute stretch. So I've caught myself probably 2 or 3 years ago when he first showed up on the scene, sitting on the bench when he got in, and having to catch myself not clapping for him. But tonight it was just a weird vibe. It's kind of surreal every time we play against each other. I enjoy it. My mom and sister in the crowd. And I looked up at her, asking her who she was rooting for. At one point, after he hit his last 3, family affair was fun tonight. Obviously, he got the best of us. We get to run it back on Saturday.
So if you were here 8, 9 years ago, a lot of long nights, what the vibe was then, you've seen it turn around. What's the vibe on this team now? I mean, what's your sense of where you guys are vibing in terms of your energy, just your spirit?
It's not all the way there, but I think we're very open about what it's going to take for us to get there. It's just a matter of doing it now. We're very open, transparent, I think, in our locker room, and Coach has done a good job of keeping it real with us in terms of, we're not playing our best basketball. We got to figure it out. But we're together, and we just, again, the message tonight was just fight your way through it. Whatever's going on, whatever you need to do to get your mind right, get the joy back in what we do, get there. Second half was better. Now we just kind of win or lose. It matters, but I think how we're playing and continue to build those habits will get us through it.
Steph, as someone who's hit a lot of clutch game winners in your career, what goes to your mind when you see somebody like Lillard get kind of 2 cracks at it?
I mean, the defense Clay played on him at the end of regulation was solid. Didn't let him get a clean look at all. That broken play in overtime was kind of just chaos, and I mean, I saw the clip of it. It was a tough shot, and it's a make or miss league, so you gotta live with that. He's made big shots before. Obviously, again, I wish I would take care of our possession on my end and not let him get that opportunity. So obviously, that's on me.